Hey everyone, welcome back. It seems like everywhere you turn these days, everybody's talking about AI, right?
Yeah,
And it's no wonder with how fast things are changing, but it can be tough to separate hype from reality. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So, on today's deep dive, we're cutting through the noise to get to the heart of what AI actually means for us, like, in our everyday lives.
Mhm.
We've been digging into some really interesting sources, stuff about the future of work, data privacy, even how AI is changing the way we connect with each other.
Right. It's fascinating stuff.
It really is. And one of the things that really caught my eye, I don't know about you, but one of the things that really jumped out at me was you always hear about AI coming for our jobs.
Yeah, the robots are coming, right.
Exactly. But a lot of these sources are saying actually AI could end up creating more jobs than it takes away. What do you think about that?
It's funny because I think we tend to focus on those kind of like dystopian sci-fi scenarios,
Right.
right? Where the robots take over.
Yeah.
But the reality is probably a lot more nuanced. Because think about it. What if AI could take over all of those like tedious and repetitive tasks that we do every day?
Right.
Then that would free us up to focus on stuff that actually uses our creativity and our problem-solving skills.
Yeah. The things that humans are actually good at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not only that, but this boost in productivity could actually lead to lower costs across the board.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
So suddenly, goods and services become more affordable for more people. And that kind of economic growth, that can create a ripple effect.
Yeah.
We're talking about entire new industries popping up, things we haven't even thought of yet.
Wow. Okay. So more jobs, new industries. That's a pretty optimistic outlook. But let's be real, all this AI magic, it relies on data, tons of it. And that
Yeah.
brings me back to something I was thinking about earlier. When I was saying it's everywhere, it's like it knows what I want before I do sometimes. Like, how does my newsfeed know exactly what I'm interested in? And then it kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. It's that whole thing about personalized recommendations.
Yeah.
It's AI at work right there, but it makes you think about where's the line between, convenience and like our privacy.
Right, exactly. Because on the one hand, it's pretty cool to have things tailored to your interest.
Of course.
But on the other hand, it's like, how much of myself am I giving away without even realizing it?
Well, and that's why I think transparency is so important in all of this. Like, imagine if every app, every website you went to actually showed you exactly how your data was being used to train these AI algorithms.
Yeah,
That would be huge.
it would.
And I think that's what we need to be pushing for, that control over our own data, knowing how it's being used, and most importantly, having a say in the process.
It's like you think about it, we have nutritional labels on our food.
Right.
Shouldn't we have something similar for our data?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We need to know what we're consuming digitally, just like we do physically. And it's not just about individual privacy either.
Right.
We have to talk about the potential for these algorithms to shape our worldview.
Mm.
You know, what we see, what we don't see, the information that gets filtered to us. It can have a real impact on how we see the world and each other.
Yeah, and that's what's kind of scary, right?
It is.
It's like, what if we only ever see information that confirms what we already believe? It's like we get stuck in these echo chambers, right?
Exactly. And that's the double-edged sword of AI.
Yeah.
Because on the one hand, it has the power to connect us in ways we never thought possible, right?
Yeah.
Like bridging cultural divides, helping us respond to crises more effectively, even predicting disasters before they happen. But then on the other side of that coin, you have the potential for misinformation to spread like wildfire. You have these filter bubbles that can trap people in echo chambers of their own making. And I think that's where it becomes really important for us to develop, like almost like an internal BS detector. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
You've got to question everything. Seek out different viewpoints. Don't just take things at face value because an algorithm put it in front of you.
It's like AI is forcing us to become, I don't know, like more media literate or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Critical thinking has never been more important.
So it's not enough to just, sit back and let AI happen to us.
Right.
We have to be active participants in shaping this technology and how it's used.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because ultimately AI is going to be what we make it.
It's a tool. It can be used for good or for, not so good.
It's all about the choices we make.
Wow. Well, that's a lot to think about. And I think it's a pretty good note to end on. It's clear that AI is not some far off future anymore. It's here, it's now.
It is.
And as we've been talking about, it's affecting every aspect of our lives. But the good news is, we're not just along for the ride.
Yeah,
We have a say in how this all plays out.
absolutely.
So that's it for this deep dive. Hopefully, we gave you a lot to think about, and who knows, maybe even spark some conversations of your own.
Definitely.
Until next time.